In 1521, Luther is summoned to appear before the Pope's political commander for that area, the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. The emperor opens an official church meeting called a Diet in the German town of Worms. There, he gives Luther a final chance to recant.
If Luther had backed off and compromised at the Diet, I think the thing would have fizzled. He would have been one more of the many young professors that were thinking new thoughts.
But Luther confronts Charles with these words:
"Unless I am proved wrong by scriptures or by evident reason, then I am a prisoner in conscience to the word of God. I cannot retract, and I will not retract. To go against the conscience is neither safe nor right."
Once he believed that his own salvation and the salvation of those around him was dependent upon this different approach to a religious life, there was no way he could junk those opinions.
He was saying, in the end, I must defy you in the name of God. There is nothing else that I can do in this situation. That was a revolutionary moment.
Martin Luther has now officially stood up against the Catholic Church.
The Diet of Worms is firstly the breakthrough of Luther's popularity. From then on, everybody in the German Empire knew his name, and it's also the beginning of a long development of the question, what means Christian liberty?
In Worms, Charles V, with Pope Leo's permission, declares Luther a heretic and banishes him from the Holy Roman Empire.
To be declared a heretic and banishment, you're deprived of all civil rights. You are not physically protected. People could do things to you. And theoretically, from the excommunication until Luther's death, almost any day, anybody in Europe could have killed him with impunity.
But Luther is one step ahead of the Church. One of his supporters, Prince Friedrich of Saxony, offers Luther shelter here in Wartburg Castle. He stages a kidnapping to remove Luther from the public's eye.
Many of Germany's leading princes rather like the idea of Luther's challenge not only to the Church, but with it to the authority of the Holy Roman Emperor. So Luther is protected because of the political possibilities of his religious challenge to the Church.
That challenge soon turns into a full-fledged rebellion, and it quickly threatens the Church's political as well as religious power.
In the 16th century, religion and society and politics were so closely intermeshed, Luther's challenge to the authority of the Catholic Church necessarily had these extraordinary consequences.
Here in Wartburg Castle, Martin Luther took refuge for 10 months following the Diet of Worms. He lived in this small room. Luther takes on a new identity, living as Squire George and growing a beard to avoid being recognized by his enemies.